Hello and welcome to our Yin Yoga class. My name is Tammy. Beginning our class, we'll have a pose, easy pose that will be nice for us to come into a few twists for us and some side bends. So sitting with right or left leg crossed in front of the other. Our class is for calming our nerves and gaining perspective. So this is Monday, and at the beginning of the week, sometimes we are very busy just trying to get everything organized and get everything ready for the week. So taking this time to let ourselves find stillness, that we can come back to ourselves, quieting our body, quieting our mind. You may turn your palms up towards the sky. You can place your thumb and middle finger together. This may be the first time that you've had a chance to sit in stillness. And whether or not you're busy with work, it could have been work outside of the house, of course. You could have been busy just by moving around the house, cleaning up, organizing, or going out to do different things. So let's take this time, letting ourselves enjoy the quiet. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Here you may start to feel your body become still. Use your inhale and exhale breath. Inhale, opening up. Exhale breath, letting your body release, soften. Drawing our attention to our physical body, doing a head to toe check. Notice if you're breathing into the front of your body, into the back of your body, into the sides of our body. You can open up your eyes. And sitting up tall, we inhale and we twist over to one side. We'll hold here for a moment. You may tip your chin just gently down. Notice your spine with this twist. Opening up your eyes, we twist back to the center. Here we uncross our legs, crossing our legs the opposite way and sitting up again. When we twist over to the other side and take a moment here, you can close your eyes, close tip of the chin to the chest. Our shoulders soften away from our ears. With the inhale breath, feel your shoulder blades open. Exhale breath, we let our body settle. And come into a deeper twist with the exhale breath. I want you to consciously think of your exhale breath, letting your body soften and soften your body, and tell yourself to do so. Coming out of the twist, back to the center, and hold. Coming into a side bend. I'll just turn towards this side so you can see the side bend. Nice and long through both sides of the waist. We draw our right arm up overhead and long through both sides of the waist. We tip over to one side. Our shoulders again releasing away from the ears. Breathing. Are you still long through both sides of the waist? With our inhale breath, we'll lift up towards the center. Exhale breath, float your arm down. Into the other side. With an inhale, we lift up, long through the waist, and exhale, tipping over to the side. You may close your eyes. Notice your shoulder. Let it be drawn down away from the ear. How is your breath? An even breath? You may still be starting to find that even breath. Just taking notice as we progress through our class. I'll ask you again about your breath, even or not. Are we able to let our exhale breath help us to let our shoulders soften? With the inhale breath, we draw back up. And exhale breath, floating your arm back down. Crossing your legs the opposite way. And drawing the right ear to the right shoulder, a little tip. Sitting up tall, using your breath to let our body soften, or exhale breath. You can do all of these poses on a chair right now instead of sitting on the ground. So doing what's going to be good for you, accessible for you. Now the inhale breath leads us back up. Just taking your time, drawing your head back up to the center. And now into the other side, we tip ear to the shoulder. Again, long through the spine. So sitting up and then ear to shoulder. Inhale breath being our support for our spine. Inhale breath, opening up into the front, side, back of the body. Exhale breath, telling yourself to let go. Inhale breath into blockages that we may have in our body. Help us to have better perspective. With our inhale breath, we draw our head back up to the center slowly. Hold center. And now tipping our chin just gently down to the chest. We sit up tall again. Tip. Lengthening through the back of the neck. Let your head go. Drawing your head back up to the center. Coming over to the side of the body. And we turn over to the side of the body and lie down on our back for figure four. Now, if it doesn't work for you for being on your body, you can sit on a chair again for this pose, or you can sit on your bottom, just on your mat, and cross your ankle over top of the knee like this, or you're sitting on a chair, and then you can do that too. Lying down with me though. You may choose, and crossing the right ankle over top of the left knee. Now your left foot may remain on the ground, or you're wrapping your hands around the left knee to the knee pit. You can let the shin dangle. Bottom of your leg, just letting it dangle. Here we are opening into the right side of our hip. You may close your eyes. Being present, noticing what is going on in your physical body. We may be holding stresses, tension into our physical body. So releasing them here to help our calm our nerves. In perspective. How are your feet? Can you let them go? Can you let them just dangle? Just let them release any tension. Just a little bit longer. And coming out of figure 4, let's place your foot back down to the ground. If you're upright, you can uncross and we all switch sides. Crossing your left ankle over top of the right knee. And again, you may hold here or wrapping your hands around the right leg into the knee pit. And then you can let the foot just dangle, let the leg dangle. Let your feet release into the left side of the hip. We let ourselves stretch. We breathe. With our hips being attached to our back here, we're rounding through our pelvis. Notice your lower back releasing into the ground. Exhale, letting your pelvis settle, open. Making our way now out of figure 4. And bring your foot back down towards the ground. Uncross. ankle from your knee, and then taking your right knee and left knee into the chest for cradle and hold for a moment. Letting your pelvis widen. And then taking your right foot, left foot down towards the ground. Our next pose is Banana Asana. And I will show you a version of this pose if you are upright. So I'll show you first when we lie on our back, we walk our legs over to the left corner of the mat. Your center, your halfway between your bodies, your pelvis, it remains down towards the ground, and then your upper body coming over to the left side. You may bring your arms overhead. You can hold on to the hands or your opposite elbows. You can cross your right ankle over top of the knee. So this is a nice side stretch all along the side, right side of our body. A version of that would be just when we were sitting up too. So you can do this pose that you're sitting up again, bringing your arm overhead. You can sit up and do a twist too. Up overhead, you can do a twist like this. That's always nice to do. Crossing your knee over. If you're lying down on the ground, notice your elbows. Are they lifted off the ground a bit? And if so, then just release your hands away from each other, and then open your arms up more to let them settle to the ground. Are your shoulders? Feeling this opening into our rib cage, outside of the hip, into your IT bands, so coming all along the side of our body, crossing over into our knee. Remaining present, but enjoying this pose, letting ourselves be carried away so that we could come to relaxation. Hold Banana Asana for a little longer. Now coming out of Banana Asana the opposite way, crossing our ankles, releasing the arms, upper body coming back to the center of your mat, and lower body coming back to the center of your mat. Into the other side. So if you're upright, you can twist into the other side. Walking your lower body to the right side, I'll get it, and then upper body over to the right side, corner of your mat. Arms may come overhead, crossing the left ankle over the right ankle. And this big opening into our shoulders and our chest, just letting yourself come to the point where it's okay for you, comfortable for you, accessible for you, that it's not overstretching. Being present, letting yourself drift. Being present so you can notice how you're feeling. To the end of our pose. And crossing our ankles. Releasing our hands and coming back to the center. Lower body coming back to the center. Back into cradle, we bend the right knee and the left knee, and then you take one knee and then the other knee into the chest and hold. Breathe. And take your legs up the wall, and point and flex the feet. Fold back into cradle. Now right foot, left foot down towards the ground. Rolling over to your right side to fetal, so you can take your right arm overhead and then roll over to the side and make your way back up. Into butterfly for the next pose. With our cushions, placing them underneath of our knees. Bottom of the feet together. Nice big inhale breath, we lift. Exhale breath, folding over. Let the forehead be drawn down towards the earth. To a nice ball cord shape. Are you able to fold a little bit more with the exhale breath? Let yourself go a little bit deeper. Coming out of butterfly, lift. And gentle with our body. Taking your one hand and then the other hand behind, and now nice and slow, return your right knee up towards the front and then turn your left knee up towards the front. Extending both legs onto the ground, and you can do a little shake, shake, shake out. Into deer pose for the next one, we take the left leg, keep the left leg in front and right leg will come behind. Pelvic tilt, right side of the hip, we pelvic tilt. You may add a twist. You may come over to the side and fold over or upright. And we hold into the hip flexors, into the quad. We stretch into the right side. First, we have a kind of little pinching into the side of the body there. And if so, come out of the twist, reset, and then set yourself up again. A little bit longer. Coming out of deer pose. Out of the fold, coming up nice and slow, coming out of the twist nice and slow, and now into the other side. So taking the right leg forward, left leg coming behind. Pelvic tilt, so you can push that hip forward. Add a twist. You may add that fold over to the side too. Finding stillness. Coming out of deer pose. Coming up. Coming out of a twist. Both legs. Coming forward. Removing the fleshy part from your bottom. Give those legs a shake on the ground. Our next pose is half dragonfly, tucking the right foot in, but you may open up through your hips wider. So if you take your legs out into a V and then you tuck your right foot into the groin, it'll help you to open up into the inner thighs a little bit more. Now you may come over top of the right leg here and do the fold, or you'll make your way over top of the left leg and do the fold, finding which way that you would like to do it for what you need for yourself right now. You could use a support and fold over top and of your pillow, a support, 2 pillows, your bolster. So what would you like to do? Just trying both ways. Now out of half dragonfly, we lift up with our back, and now to the other side. And again, taking your time to set up so you can have your legs come out into a V and then tucking your left foot into the inner thigh. Now, what did you choose for yourself? Did you choose to fold into the center? That'd be opening up more into your groin. Or did you choose to fold over top of your leg, opening up more into the hamstrings? Both of these that we're folding over top, you're stretching into your back too. So what would you like to do for yourself right now? And then an important part, are we able to let ourselves go? So using our exhale breath to help so that we can release into this pose. And making your way now out of half dragonfly for the other side. And take our props over to the side. Bending through both knees. Take your feet wider than the hips. Windshield wiper, knees side to side. Nice massage into our pelvis. Little twist for our spine. And now coming into our final pose, Shavasana or Pentacle, and taking your body onto the floor, opening up, or you're seated in whichever pose that is comfortable for you. So you could be on a chair or you could be sitting on your mat. You could be lying on the side of the body. So what would you like to do for our final pose so that you're able to come into meditative state for yourself? So we can let our bodies release into the earth, letting the earth absorb everything that we do not need. We take in what is good for us. So we can feel that calm in body and mind. Calm in mind. So we can have clarity, perspective. And again, when our mind is very busy, a lot's going on, we start to feel it into our body. So it's wonderful that you have been here to share your practice, to move through these poses with me, help our bodies to release, to help our mind. Now with our eyes closed, we let ourselves go. Let our thoughts pass one by one. I will call you back when it is time. And slowly coming back. It's always lovely to make our way into Shavasana and to come back. Sometimes a little bit harder, but to know that it was so good. We may wiggle our toes and our fingers. Shift through our body. Keeping this calm with us. And this happiness that we feel with us. And if you're lying on your back now, you can bend through right knee, left knee, and then take your right arm overhead and coming up to a comfortable seated pose for yourself. You may place your hands to the heart center. Notice your breath, an even breath. Thank you so much for joining me, sharing your practice. Light in me sees the light in you. Namaste.